I tried these out recently and they were really fun, but I really wanted more colors. And so I got this, which is 39 pieces. These are all the colors.
And I'm going to take them camping with me where I'm going to do some plein air painting.
And I have my travel tin. I don't really plan on using watercolors this trip, but I like to have them with me anyways. I decided to pack a whole bunch of earth tones. I usually don't use earth tones in my palette, so maybe I'll give that a shot. So that's going in here. And try these out hopefully for at least one day. I've been using these ones, and I'm excited to have a larger range. I really don't know much about oil pastel yet. I feel like I have to build up layers, and it's quite difficult. Like, this does not give me enough range, I feel. But I like, even with the limited range, I feel like I'm getting an okay picture. So I'm excited to try a larger set and take it out with me and do a couple more small practice paintings. I should probably open these first. It's kind of windy. I'm excited to try it out. A little bit of a windstorm has come by, so I just want to talk about this for a moment. These things blend really nice. I like the range of color way better than the other ones I was using. It's also kind of hot out. The sun is shining on them, so it might be melting them a bit. This is what I've got so far. I've got a ways to go yet. Painting's done so far. This is with the Faber Castel, and this is with the Montmartre. These ones were way easier to work with than these ones. I do like the extra soft feeling.
I don't have a lot of footage of me actually painting during this trip, so here's a time warp.
So along with doing pastels, I have been doing my watercolors. I'm just doing this on the mixed media book. I like how quick the watercolor can be compared to the oil pastel. Now, typically, I don't use convenience colors, but I've been using this one a lot, which is, it has nickel azo yellow in it, which makes the paint really glow. I've also been using this color, which I think it's burnt umber, and this is burnt sienna, which it helps get a lot of these earthy greens out of this really neon green. So yeah, that's where I'm at so far. I'll probably be able to do one more painting. Hi, dog. And I'll show you all the oil pastels I've done so far. This was the first one, which is my least favorite. This is my second one. This is the same hills. Like, there's this hill, and then over beside this hill is this hill. I've been really enjoying the textures and the thick brush strokes of these, though it does take a long time to make these. This is a pine tree outside of our campsite. This was probably one of the hardest ones I've done so far. It's just really hard to get all the textures and brush strokes just right. I could probably sit for another half hour to an hour on this one, just working out more details. This is the fourth one I've done. There's a Saskatoon bush. Right close to us, and I just really loved the grouping against the blue sky. I like how painterly it looks. This one took me like 2-3 hours to do. I think these are all turning out really great. These are the 4 finished oil pastels I did over my little camping vacation. They have the spray fixative on them.
The oil pastel was really sticky, and I wish I had brought this with me on the trip because storing these paintings was incredibly difficult without wrecking them.
Of the 4 I did, these 2 are my favorite. I don't have any video of me making this one or the source location, but this one is definitely my favorite. Originally, I thought I would want to frame this one, but I'll end up framing those 2 to keep for myself. The one thing that's really different about oil pastel is your brush stroke seems to really matter when making these things. It wasn't until I did this second one where I realized that I needed to pay a lot of attention to my brush strokes. And by this one, I started figuring it out and being really mindful of how I layered everything. And of course, by the 4th one, I had gotten quite comfortable with how to layer my brush strokes on the paper. Now, please don't mind the absolute chaotic mess that my desk is. I still haven't cleaned since I left for camping, and it's just a disheveled mess as I typically work in. So anyways, this Faber Castel, I didn't mind using these. These were really great. The work I was able to do with these was still really nice. I really enjoyed using them. Blending was a little difficult, but I felt like because these are a little harder than this brand, I had more control over like how much it blended. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm still so new to this medium. But I just, like I said, I did not have the range I needed. Also, this color is fantastic. This set, let me open it here. This set didn't have like that specific color. Like it has this mint and it has this one. I feel like it's just so close, but there's just something missing. Like this color is like one of my favorite colors, and I use it a lot in my skies, like even in my watercolors. That kind of color I use quite a bit, and it just didn't have, like, it has the range, but it doesn't have enough of the range or specific colors that I like using. You can see I use them quite a bit. Also, they're so soft that I started bending the paper in because my entire hand would be just like covered in this stuff. And like this stuff does that too. Like it'll get all over you. But yeah, even just feeling them, you can feel the difference. I know the Black Bean does this a lot. He's actually one of the people that made me want to try. But he tested it on his hand to see like how soft it is. I think that took a little bit of pressure. But like, let's try one of these. And it's just like instant. It's so soft. But anyways, this is a medium I would really like to continue to work in. I find with my watercolor paintings, I can get really tight and realistic
kind of looking paintings out of them. But I wanted something that would make me be more painterly and not be oil paints, because I'm not quite ready to dive into the oil painting world. And I feel like this is a really fun, expressive medium that I can play around with. Like, I was able to make pretty nice looking stuff with it. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. I wish I had more time on my little vacation to do more paintings, but I feel like that's everybody's problem is time, not having enough time. But I ended up making way more than I thought I would. Anyways, I gotta clean my desk and my house. So I'll see you next time.